When we're at this phase of our life, our body becomes more resistant to insulin. Dementia, Alzheimer's is being said to be type 3 diabetes, right? So it's that blood sugar management, what have you. So if we can start this sooner, but the fact maybe you didn't do this in your 30s and you're now in your 50s or 60s, you can still stop that progression or even reverse it by getting in and healing that foundation at the root cause.
Well, I just made a new friend. Today, I'm interviewing Carol Trotter, who is a certified holistic nutritionist, a passionate advocate for women's health, and the visionary CEO founder of the Revolutionize Her Blueprint. Carol's ultimate goal is to help women make menopause the most fulfilling chapter of their lives. She hosts a free 60-minute masterclass every month called Cracking the Menopause Code, the secret blueprint to reclaim your energy, body, and joy, even if nothing else has worked. If you are listening to today's episode on January 21st, she has a class running tonight. Check out all her information in the show notes if you'd like to hang out with her tonight, or just connect with her to be a part of her Cracking the Menopause Code community. I hope after listening to this episode, you come away with some great informational nuggets. And take a moment to check out again Carol's Facebook group. All that information is in the show notes and how to connect with her. But trust me, once you meet Carol, you will have a new friend too. Hi everyone, welcome to Talk to Vicky, a total approach to wellness. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Carol Trotter, and she is a certified holistic nutritionist, a passionate advocate for women's health, and the visionary CEO founder of the Revolutionize Her Blueprint. After navigating her own challenging perimenopausal journey, Carol underwent a transformative experience that ignited her mission to guide and support women through the complex and often overlooked aspect of menopause. As a mentor and ally, Carol empowers women to reframe menopause as an opportunity for positive change and personal growth. Her holistic approach goes beyond symptom management, addressing root causes and equipping women with the tools and knowledge to minimize or eliminate menopausal challenges. Carol's ultimate goal to help women make menopause the most fulfilling chapter of their lives. With her wealth of knowledge and passion for women's wellness, Carol Trotter delivers compelling talks that educate, motivate, and inspire audiences to embrace menopause as a time of empowerment and positive change. Welcome, Carol. I'm looking forward to diving in here with you.
Thanks so much, Vicky. I'm excited to be here and to share with all these amazing listeners.
Yes. So something I noticed this morning on your Facebook page about getting out first thing in the morning, getting that sunlight. And so where you are, there's a lot of snow, and
A
sometimes that
lot.
can be challenging. So what can you say to that for women? Why get out first thing in the morning to get that first light in your
Oh,
eyes?
yeah, that morning light is so important. It helps reset our circadian rhythm. And our circadian rhythm is so important for setting our body up to sleep better at night, but also to be able to be awake in our cortisol management during the day. But getting out when the sun is rising with naked eyes, so take off those glasses, don't have contacts in, get the door open. You don't have to go outside. You just have to poke your head out, because that's what I did in the snow this morning, poked my head out. And just getting that from, 30 seconds even can make a huge impact on your body throughout the day and how you'll sleep that night.
Oh, I just wanted to touch on that because it was so beautiful that getting that first light. And sometimes women, they're not sleeping at night and they're not sure why. And so, yeah, like you said, that circadian rhythm, and it's so dark right now. I don't know
Yeah.
where you are, but yeah, like November just feels really dark to me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those longer days
Yeah.
again. And
Yeah.
it's hard this morning, like it was after 8.
Mm-hmm.
before that morning
Mm-hmm.
light, that
Mm-hmm.
sunrise. And the other thing that I want to share is it doesn't matter. The sun doesn't have to be out. If it's snowing, if it's raining, if it's cloudy day, your eyes seeing that those UV rays are changing at that point in time. That's what's
Yes.
critical, not the sun.
Your journey, now you've created the Revolutionize Her Blueprint. And I just want you to share a little bit of your journey, how, perimenopause, how you got from there to here.
Yeah, thanks. My story's a little bit unique, but not unique because every woman goes through perimenopause and menopause. I am actually a chartered professional accountant, and I was working in the corporate world, and I didn't like the woman that I was becoming. I was tears all the time. I was anger. There was actually a day that the plates went flying at my husband's head. Nothing besides the plate were harmed in that exercise. And it wasn't because he did anything wrong, right? It was he probably asked me what time dinner was, to be honest. And I just couldn't handle it. So I found that I was looking in the mirror, didn't like the woman that I was seeing, didn't recognize who she was. And I was searching for answers and not finding any, but not knowing also at that point that it was my hormones. I didn't know what perimenopause was back then. I'd never heard the word, but it actually forced me to quit my job because I couldn't do my job. I wasn't focused on that. My brain was foggy all the time. It was more this feeling of like, who is this woman? I couldn't trust her. I didn't know who she was. So I quit that job and I actually went to work at a small little wee health food store. And through that, I started to dig in more, learn more. But the pivotal point was the day that I was upset. I went upstairs and I locked myself in my bedroom and I started packing my bags. I was going to leave my family because I couldn't stand me. And there's no way that they should have to deal with me in that respect as well. And luckily, they got into my room, they broke the door down, but they all told me how much they loved me, and that was a pivotal moment going like, "I can't keep going along like this for me or for them."
Mhm.
So, digging more into that natural health and really not getting the answers from my doctor, not finding those. So, as I kept digging more for my answers, finding out that it was my hormones were out of whack, starting to deal with that, and finally having a light shone on my life and replacing it. So I went from being depressed, from not recognizing this woman in the mirror to actually living my life to my fullest. I'm out cycling, mountain biking, road cycling right now because we got so much snow. I'm out skiing and playing with my grandkids and my family because those are my core values. I am living my best life now. I wake up with energy. I'm happy. I love who I'm looking at. So not only did Carol come back, she actually came back as a better version.
Mhm. So what were the first steps? Like, I know you said you quit your job. Some people can't always do that.
No, no.
And you went to work at a small health food store learning natural alternatives. But what was the first like key that you say, okay, I'm starting to change? What was something that you did?
I think just the realization that there is more answers out there, that the doctors unfortunately aren't well versed in menopause, that that's not our only option as well either. So I started to look at what I was eating. Looked at how I was exercising because what we did in our 20s and 30s is not appropriate for our bodies in 40s, 50s, and beyond, right? The same with what we're eating. And starting to give myself some grace as
Mhm.
well
Mhm.
was really important. So, meditation, journaling, just a little bit of self-care and self-love went a long, long way in that journey.
But, like, underlining stress too, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
job and family and needs and everything, and the women is like the I don't know, the main CEO of the family, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, just eliminating that stress. So I like what you're saying about the meditation and changing the diet, and so when did you become a certified nutritionist?
2018 is,
Okay.
I would believe, when I got my certification. So it was a journey to get that as well too,
Sure.
because I honestly I didn't become an accountant until I was almost 42. So I changed 2 major career changes
Yeah.
in my adult life as
Yeah.
well too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, and just
Kudos.
raising a family at the same time. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah. My
was a lot.
sister-in-law did that too. She became a teacher and like she's in her 60s right now and teaching. It's challenging.
Yeah. And like,
Yeah.
I think for me, it was like, yes, I was able to quit my job. Most people aren't able to do that. But
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
because of what I learned along my journey that I developed the Revolutionize Her Blueprint, because I don't want another woman to think that they don't have answers and that they have to make these drastic changes. There is smaller changes that can be made, and we all have that ability in ourselves to learn that little bit.
Well, I like in your bio, you say you're a mentor and an ally. Sounds like you are putting your arm around that person, journeying together. And I'm sure for you, you've heard it all.
Oh,
There's
I've
nothing
heard it all.
taboo. And so,
Yeah.
in helping women make menopause the best years of their lives, you've heard it all. There's nothing that will surprise you. But I love the term ally. You're an ally
Yeah.
with that person and journeying with them through the good and the bad. You said emotionally, hormonally, we're, throwing plates in the bedroom and then, oh, what's for dinner? And then we're happy, and it's like every bit of the
Yeah, it's
gamut.
up and down. But that's exactly how you say that ally, how you envision is exactly what I do with my clients. I
Mhm.
walk side by side with them. Sometimes they might need a nice little wee pull along the road. I will never push anybody. And that's what I always tell them. You'll never see me pushing you. I might be in front of you, gently nudging you all forward,
Yes.
but I'm never going to push you. I'm going to be side by side because I've
Yeah.
been there. I've done it. I've lived through the murder scene periods. I've lived through the flying plates, the brain fog, like the whole gamut. I think I've been there.
I want to touch on you mentioned your program. And do you want to just touch on that a little bit? And then what can women expect? Like, is it a timeline, day one to, 6 months, a year? Like, how long is the program? And what can they expect going into your program and
Yeah.
graduating, I guess?
Okay. Awesome. Thanks for letting me share that. So my
Mm,
program, the Revolutionize Her Blueprint, it is a 12 session one-on-one journey with
okay.
me. And I say 12 session because life can get in the way with some people, myself included. One-on-one, I can kind of shift that schedule, right? It's based on 4 core pillars: assessment, detoxification, healing, and balance.
Mm,
So in that first pillar, the assessment, I get to know you. I help you realize what your root cause to your symptoms are, because whatever you're experiencing, they are a symptom of something deeper. So we get to that root cause. Then we walk into the detoxification process, which is totally transformative for people. And it is 6 weeks in length, this detoxification process. It can't be any more than 6 weeks because your body will go into cortisol flight mode and undo everything that you've just done. Your body's learned how to trust you in those 6 weeks. So it's got to be 6 weeks. And then we start to learn how to heal. So we're learning that unique language that your body is actually telling you. How does your body respond to this kind of food? Or how does it respond to this type of exercise? Learning small little daily habits that can make huge impact in your life. And then in the balancing, it's bringing it all together for life, because this isn't a 12 session, 12 weeks, 90 days. This isn't a one and done. This is, yes, you do the program, you can graduate from the program, but this is the rest of your life. And you learn how to bring that into life. I've got clients that still text me. They graduated in the program months ago. We're doing this, sending me pictures of them, transformational, not only in how they're feeling, their pain, they're seeing themselves, their confidence, their empowerment, weight loss, astronomical weight loss that my clients are experiencing, but all in safe way, learning how to understand the body and doing it from that root cause. So making their foundation stronger, filling in the cracks so that they can just be strong moving forward.
Yeah, I love that. It's not a one and done for sure. and that they can move forward with their lives and whatever, it's retirement and beyond, like, because we think, well, and even energy wise too. And we think, okay, after you retire, what's life? No, and you remember those commercials, life begins at 40 and all of that stuff, right? And what I'm hearing, women coming to my store or, just people I speak with, they have no energy.
Mhm.
And do you address that energy
Yeah,
commitment?
definitely. So many of my clients come to me and they don't have that energy, and that's one of their main things. They wanna have more energy,
Mhm.
and throughout the program, they just see this energy coming. So, one client couldn't even walk across a parking lot. Now
Mm.
she's hiking and climbing, I call them mountains. We have some low
Yeah.
mountains,
Yeah.
big hills in our area in that hiking, and getting her 10,000 steps in every single day. But her pain was at a 10 out of 10, and now it's like 4 out of 10 or less, just with that change, but her energy, sleeping better, doing things. Another one who had given up playing hockey, she's back to playing hockey and refereeing now after working her full-time job. That energy comes back naturally, again,
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
dealing with that root
Yeah.
cause and
Yeah.
healing.
Well, again, diet, right? And we are, this is January and, people are resetting, new year, new you, and doing a reset. So this would be a great time for anyone needing a reset,
Yes.
and if they're suffering with hormonal imbalances, this would be a great time to join your program. Like you mentioned, you have master classes, a way
Yes.
to get to know you. So are those free?
Yeah, so my master
Paid?
classes are free. I post them basically once a month, give
Okay.
or take a little bit of time in there,
Yeah.
but I do have free offers going on all the time.
Okay. All right. So then, best way in the show notes, we'll have all your information, your contact information on how to get in touch with you
Yes.
and and then stay in touch with you. Like, join the master class. If someone is suffering with any sort of debilitating hormonal imbalances, then
Mhm.
definitely get in touch with Carol for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just about taking that step to feel your best, right? Because
Mhm.
we want this to be our best time of your life and think, "Oh, can it really?" But yes, it can and it should be your best time of your life. You've put yourself last for so long,
Mhm.
right? We're
Mhm.
always looking after somebody else, whether it's a spouse, a partner, or kids, or employees, or employer. We're always looking after other people's. Well, we
Mm.
get to this point, it's time to put ourselves first. And we're in this phase of our life for at least almost half of our
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it's, that's just made me sit up and going, half of my life? Going, oh my goodness. And it's the best time of my life.
Mhm. Mhm.
I want to continue to be biking and mountain bikings into my 70s, maybe
Mhm.
into my 80s. There's
Yep.
nothing stopping me, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
No one is going to look after you but you. And it's recognizing that you got to let go. I know, like when my kids were small and I'd go out shopping and I felt guilty because I'm shopping for me and not for them. And so to
Mhm.
let go of that guilt, and like you said, your four pillars is that emotional key to looking after yourself to move forward. And so I was going to ask you, have you ever had a challenging case where it just they weren't putting in the work or the effort or, a lot of excuses? And I think we do a lot. We make excuses for ourselves.
We definitely that is just human nature.
Mhm.
And have I ever had somebody that hasn't put in the work? I gotta say that I'm blessed. No, I have never
Okay.
because when they're making this commitment to change their life, they're all in. So sometimes do I need to bring them back on track? Do I need to help them work through some struggles, a bump in the road? Absolutely. It's life. They're always committed to being a little bit better tomorrow than they were today.
A lot of what I'm working on is brain health
Mhm.
and brain fog. And so women going through menopause experience a lot of brain fog. And I know,
Yes.
like you said, cleaning up the diet will eliminate a lot of that.
Yeah.
Dementia, Alzheimer's starts 20 years before you ever get a diagnosis. So it's time to take charge.
Well, definitely too, because and also when we're at this phase of our life, our body becomes more resistant to insulin. Dementia, Alzheimer's is being said to be type 3 diabetes, right? So it's that blood sugar management, what have you. So if we can start this sooner, but the fact maybe you didn't do this in your 30s and you're now in your 50s or 60s, you can still stop that progression or even reverse it by getting in and healing that foundation at the root cause. That's where it all comes down. Focus on that diet, look at what you're eating, how the stress is impacting you, because yeah, we're all going to go through this menopause journey. Some women's journey is a little bit bumpier than others. Some people will go through the bumpiness and kind of stabilize. Others never totally get out of it. They're still experiencing hot flashes in their 60s and 70s. It shouldn't be like that. Again, your body is yelling to you. And if you go to your doctor, you know what they say, everything's fine, there's nothing, but here you go, I'll give you another prescription. Well, that's just addressing things in silos, not the root cause.
Yeah, yeah. I know my mother-in-law, I think late 70s, early 80s, and the doctor gave her birth control pills. And I know, I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
But, like, doctor is God to them, right? So it's like, "Okay, I'll take this."
Well, exactly. And unfortunately, that age group, like our mother's age,
Yeah.
there's the total faith in the medical system is there, and we need our doctors, and I'm not here
Yes.
to
Yeah,
say ill of our doctors,
yeah.
but they aren't trained in menopause health. If you went and asked them if they received any training, majority of them are gonna say no or a few hours. So
Yeah.
they're going to treat based on a symptom. That's how they're
Yeah,
educated,
that's right.
and that's
Yeah.
it, like giving birth control to a 70-year-old
Yes.
that does not need birth control,
Yes.
but because
Yeah.
it might stop their hot flashes. There's a bigger issue going on.
That's right. There's a root there that needs to be
Yeah.
addressed for sure. So look up Carol Trotter for her program, the Revolutionizing for Blueprint, and all about menopause. And this was really fun just to touch base with you and learn about your program. I'm so excited to watch you grow and helping women. And, sometimes women don't know where to turn, right? And
Exactly.
like you said, they'll go to the doctor, here's your prescription, nothing's wrong, here's your prescription, and they don't know where to turn. But Carol Trotter is a place where you can turn to, and just reach out to her. She will help you along the way. Do you have any last thoughts, comments? What's looking
Uh,
forward to 2025?
yeah, well, thank you for letting me get this message out to more women because that
Mhm.
is so important. They
Mhm.
need somewhere to turn. They can find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook. Get on my email list. I'm sending out recipes all the time. So lots of fun stuff that way. I'm just excited for 2025 as my program grows. I'm bringing out some new offers as well too. So if you follow me, you'll be the first to find out about it. And just follow along for more fun, more information, because as I say, and I continue to say, make menopause the best time of your life because you deserve it. It's not a time just to survive, it's a time to thrive.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Carol. And all the information, how to reach out to Carol, will be in the show notes, her email, her Facebook, Instagram, all there for you. Her program will be all there for you to connect with her. So, highly recommend Carol Trotter if menopause is something you're trying to navigate. Wonderful, wonderful program. Thank you,
Thank you.
Carol. Have a
Appreciate
great
it.
day.
You too.